Hello and welcome to Sexy Talk with DK.
I'm Dee.
And I'm Kay.
And today's topic is safe sex.
Safe sex. Masturbation and abstinence are the only two fail-safe ways to not get preggers and not get an STI. STIs, formerly known as STDs, which is sexually transmitted infection.
It's not only about preventing pregnancy.
Which is also important if you're not trying to have a kid right now. But preventing against sexually transmitted diseases is very important unless you enjoy that kind of thing.
Who does?
Yeah. One of my favorite things to recommend to people is to wear condoms. Even if you're in a relationship, even if you're on birth control, if we're talking about a heterosexual couple. Because you never know if someone has things like herpes, for example, can be undetected because the man usually will be a carrier of herpes and not show signs of it, and you can't test for herpes unless the only way that you'll know if you have herpes is if you have a breakout. Some people will have herpes and not have breakouts. And then he's like, yeah, honey, I'm clean, no problem. And then you have sex and you're like, oh crap, I have herpes. Yeah. So I just highly recommend condoms until you're like married or something and you don't care that you're both gonna have herpes together. So the herpes marriage.
Bonding.
Yeah. There are 7 steps to putting on a condom.
Step 1. Check the expiration date. Yes, they do expire.
If they expire or if they've been in someone's wallet for too long, it's gonna break and then you got a baby. Or the herp. Or the herp. Or AIDS. It's not funny. Serious matters.
AIDS is not funny.
No, it's not. But the herp is kind of funny. Especially if it ends up being just a mango allergy. You know what else isn't funny? Syphilis.
That's a lie.
If you have syphilis, I'm sorry. It's really serious.
Should have watched this show earlier.
Step 2. Check for an air bubble. If your condom does a little bloop 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 air bubble, then you're good. If it goes flat, then it means it has a hole in it and don't use it.
Step 3. What you want to do with your condom is push it over to the side, like this, and tear it. There you go.
Pads of your fingers.
With the pads of your fingers, right? You want to avoid taking it with your teeth or with scissors because you don't want to damage it. Otherwise, it's useless.
And then you want your condom to look like a sombrero, not a beanie. Beanie bad, sombrero awesome. So if you try to put the condom on beanie style, if it touches the penis, throw it away. It's no good because there's pre-cum now on the part that's going to go in your vagina, and it's like, why are you even wearing a condom? You're putting the fluids in there anyway. I'm going to take the penis in between my legs. You pinch the tip so that the semen, when it comes out, has room to go in. If you leave an air bubble, it can pop and then semen spillage in your vag. So pinch the tip, apply gently to the tip, and while still pinching, roll gently on your partner, like so. And remember, this is a very delicate time. He might be ready for action.
Step 6. Enjoy the sexy time.
Sexy time. And step 7 is removing the condom. Aim it away from your partner. At this point, the penis is probably flaccid, so it's going to be much easier to remove. This penis, however, is constantly erect. The ever woody. And then pretend there's happy juice at the bottom. And then you tie it in a knot like so, in a knot, and then it's very convenient that you have this to place it back inside, and then throw that puppy away in the garbage, not down the toilet, in the garbage. Drum roll, please! And now, Danielle, we'll talk about lady sexy time.
Oh yeah, ladies with ladies.
Oh yeah!
Even though STD rates between lesbians is significantly lower than between homosexual males and heterosexual couples, you still need to be safe about it. So when you are orally pleasing your lady, there are dental dams you can use. It's a square piece of latex that is used when you're going down on a girl. It goes over the vulva and between the tongue. Boob side down.
You can also use a dental dam for anal rimming. So that can be on a man or woman.
But the one downside, they're really expensive. So there are some alternatives. Like Saran wrap. It's cheap, you probably have it already. If you are absolutely against using dental dams or condoms or Saran wrap, just make sure that you don't have any cuts or sores in your mouth, because that's a breeding ground for bacteria.
Also, in practicing safer sex, I would say a really important part of that is communication. Talk to your partner. Have the discussion about how many partners have you had in the past. Have you been diagnosed with any STDs? And my personal thing that I like to do is I get tested with my partner. My partner gets tested, I get tested. It's awesome. It's a bonding experience between the two of you because you're showing mutual trust. You're going through it together. Like, it's all good things.
Tune in next week for our extra fancy episode about the clitoris.
Extra fancy. It's a surprise. Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
And if you have suggestions for future topics, please put it in the comment box.